interaction going, and I am going to share a little storytelling based off of what I saw on this channel today on Facebook. And so I want to invite you guys to also share your questions. If I don't get to it today, just copy it. Um, and then just save it to the side because I'm going to be coming back on a daily basis answering questions about weight loss, fat loss, fasting, etc. Okay, so please, 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 please make sure you guys are following. Make sure you guys turn that notification bell on because I want to be able to help you with the weight loss goals, the fat loss goals, getting your body healthy. Especially people right now are already trying to get ready for the summer, and I don't want anybody to be late. Okay, so I want to jump on here as quick as possible and make sure that I have everything set up. I am going live across other platforms as well. But main thing is TikTok. I do all my interaction here. So I want to be able to post a question. And first and foremost, I want to see where you guys are chiming in from. All right. Where are you guys chiming in from? Let me know. Let me know. If you are looking to lose weight, lose body fat, just type in the one. So I'm making sure that I'm speaking to the right audience. And then also, if you have any questions, please post them up soon because I do have a question already that I saw from Facebook. So cool, yeah, Tacoma, Washington, from the Northwest. I'm sure Washington is a very happy state right now with the Seahawks winning the Super Bowl. Cool. Chicago. What up? What up? What up? Shout out to Chi-Town in the building. Why am I watching myself on live over there on TV? This is crazy. I'm gonna show you guys. Well, I'll record it right now, but yeah, chime on in, fam. There's a lot of me right now. There's an iPhone here, my computer here, my screen here, my live here, and then on TV over there. I am not trying to see myself that much. Okay. Yeah, that. Yeah. Hey, so for those who are part of my Yeah That family, it's YEADAT. Yeah, that. All right. I've been saying that. Got that from the OG Mitchy Slick from San Diego, California, Southeast San Diego. So just a little, quick introduction, and that's like a Southeast thing we say. Yeah, that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some music going real fast too. You guys jump on in. And I'm gonna go ahead and let's get some music going. I'm gonna play some "Cruising," all right, by Smokey Robinson, the instrumental. Love that one. Puts me in a nice chill mood, fam. And so for those of you who don't know me or are here for the first time, I've lost over 130 pounds. Remember to tap the screen, show some love. Okay, tap the screen, show some love. Um, but I'm gonna go ahead and so I lost 130 pounds, dropped over 32% body fat. 40 minus 33, yeah, 32%. So I'm down at like 6.2. Yes, I know you from IG. What's up, Sing Marcus? Come on in, man. Come on in. I love being thrown off guard sometimes, or what we call in wrestling breaking character. Somebody said if Terry Crews and Mr. T fuse together, hey, I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. To me, that's a compliment because it's two people who were athletic, and I'm thinking this because of the gold chain that the Mr. T gimmick. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. Let's keep it going. Hey, every 1,000 likes, get a chest bump jump. All right. So let me see if I can go ahead. If I can't post the question here, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and address it from from the side. Okay, so I can't. So here's the question right here. No, Tony, I like it. I like it. That's what I'm saying. Um, while you're getting set up, where can I find the new subs? Oh, I see some different things. Yeah. So right now I have what I'm doing is Udamati Fierce and I'm doing Signal. Now, Udamati Fierce I found out is seasonal. Okay. So right here, this is the thing right here, Udamati Fierce. So I'll send you the link, Ryan. Or Ryan, send me a message on Instagram. You have my Instagram. Send me a message and I'll send you the link here. Now, with Signal, this came out well, it was launched out in December 7th of 2025. So I take this and I put the Signal inside of my tea. And now what's happening is, yeah, they do need to bring Fierce back. I found out it was seasonal. I nearly broke down in tears, but I didn't want to break down in tears in front of the homies. And I would have lost all the street cred. But the thing is like now I got pomegranate. And so, yeah, we can get the pomegranate and then you can get the Signal and you can mix those together. The Signal is like the electrolytes. So it's not the balance. It's like electrolytes. Okay. So I just got my box. Okay. You get 30 sticks and you get 2 of these. Okay. So now what I have is I got two of these. Okay. For those on YouTube and Twitch and TikTok and all that stuff, I got pomegranate, and then I still have my Unimati Fierce and all that too. So still doing an OG water mix. Not yeah, I don't do that one anymore. Both combined remind me of fruit punch. Yeah, that's what it tastes like. It tastes like fruit punch. Now a lot of people may know me from TikTok. I mean, from TikTok when I did the drink where it has the pink Himalayan salt, the bacon salt, and the no salt. So what happened is there's a lot of people who have high blood pressure. And so if that's going to contribute to like elevate the blood pressure, I don't want to talk about it. So I discontinued those videos because I don't want to hurt people. I actually want to help people. So when I found out about Feel Great, okay, and I'm not here to specifically talk about Feel Great today. I want to do weight loss AMA. When I found out more about Feel Great, the Unimati and the balance, I'm like, wait a minute. So I could still do intermittent fasting and I can still drop the body fat and repair my body and recover is and you know, if people have high blood pressure, will it help people? You know, and they say, yeah. And I was like, okay, cool. Right. So I switched over and I stopped doing those videos. Okay. Now you can still reap all the benefits as when I was doing the water before that I was promoting or that I was talking about. The thing is that if you do have elevated blood pressure levels, I don't want to continue to promote those videos because I don't want to hurt anybody. That's the reason why I stopped doing those. So Unimati Fierce, it's like a lemon ginger, but it's a little bit more spicy. Okay. Is that such a thing? Is little bit more spicy? Is that such a thing? I'm not sure. So Unimati Fierce. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Of course. I got you. And the thing is this too, is like I always encourage people, try it for 90 days. Okay. If you can commit to 90 days, I mean, that's a huge commitment in itself, right? Because we're all older than 10, right? So if you've been doing certain thing for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, if you commit to 90 days, it's not bad, right? It's 90 days. Okay. So I really want to talk about this here. Um, don't mind me over here getting my other camera set up. But the question that I had right here, can you guys see this right here? And you guys continue to please tap and share. I really do appreciate that. Wendy Wifey 702, what do those packets do for you? So the Unimati. So right now, while I'm sipping on this, I'll answer this real fast. So right here, I'm sipping on a tea. So if they and it's helping me with fasting, right? That's I want to be able to continue to fast. So it's just a yerba mate tea. Um, and so instead of drinking a lot of coffee like I used to do, sorry about that. If there, how about that? Shauna, that's a great question. You still can, unless you're taking like a lot of medication. So here it is here. I'll just do like that. Um, oh, the text and email. Okay, I got you. I'll put this down already. Why do my life keep getting restricted? Oh, I see. Okay. I guess I got to be eligible. Okay, so I can't. Yeah. So how about this? In order, because TikTok already just kicked out like 50 people from my live. So how about this? If somebody does have a question about the Unimati and the balance, just send me a DM and then I'll provide more information for you. Okay. But if you have Hashimoto's, you can still fast. The thing is that what are you nourishing your body with? Okay. So the balance that I do have as well. So it's like a combination, right? So you guys saw the thing, right? So if I have my drink in my hand, just know that it's the Unimati. If I'm sipping on the Unimati and that's helping me with fasting, when I'm breaking my fast and I'm going into eating, I want to load my body up with vitamins, minerals, and fibers. The balance packet provides all of that. And so now I'm nourishing my gut. So I love to teach about gut health. I love to teach about body repair. And so those two packets, that's what I take on a daily basis. I've been doing this since January 2023. And so this has allowed me to not only notice it, the difference, but also being able to rep for it. Okay. So I'm not that type. Yeah, they are. I'm not the type of person that goes, hey, like I'll just be transparent with you guys 100%. Okay. I get a lot of emails that's like, hey, can you be a brand ambassador for this supplement place or for this company or for that company? And a lot of people fall for the brand ambassador stuff. I get it. I'm not knocking anybody for it because people got to make a living. But I don't want to be the first and I don't want to be the salesy guy. Okay. I want to be the person that says, let me give it a shot. And if it works and if it's going to help people, then I'm all in. Okay. So when I found out about the products, the Unimati and the Balance, what's happening is that once it started to work, the first person I had tried was my mother. And once she tried it and once she started to benefit from it, right? And she's now down a total of 62 pounds. But on top of that, she feels better and everything started to get better for her body and her energy. And she's in her 70s. I'm like, now that it's helping her and she's doing it on a daily basis, I feel confident and I feel legit to go help other people. Okay. So I'm not a scam artist. I'm not a salesman. I'm just a dude here that's lost 130 pounds and just want to be able to talk and help people. Okay. So just wanted to what do they call that? Not a EULA agreement, but just kind of like a disclaimer. Okay. So as you can see, the moment I put up the products, my live view went from like over 100 to now 19 people. So TikTok is serious on this stuff. Okay. So I have to be very, very careful. Yeah. Thank you, Shauna. I appreciate it. Um, so because I am limited on time, I do want to talk about this question here. If I miss your question, I know we were talking about the Hashimoto's. Please do me a favor, copy the question, paste it over to me in Instagram because I can do a voice message. My Instagram is the same as TikTok, Coaching by Drake, but I can do a voice message and I can leave you a voice message. The only thing I ask of you to do is just send me the message and then I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you before the end of the day. How about that? But I wanted to do this question here because I think it's going to help a lot of people because a lot of people are struggling with this. Thank you. Thank you, Shauna. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. So the question here reads, it says, I feel like fasting doesn't work for me. Right when I saw that, I was like, all right, let's talk about this. Okay. Now, for those who are on Twitch and LinkedIn and X and all that stuff, I know you guys can't see it, but I will paste this later on. So I feel like fasting doesn't work for me. I keep trying. I keep trying. Think about the words that are being said here. Okay. I feel like intermittent fasting doesn't work for me. I keep trying to do 16-8 and the scale won't budge. I lost 230 pounds on GLP-1. And I feel like my metabolism is broken or something. Okay. So there's a lot of noise in this statement. Of course, now I'm not bashing anybody. I'm not here to bash, but I do want to be able to relate and say this person right here that's literally taking the time to talk about this. This is probably a lot of people who are going through the same thing right now. Okay. If you see me looking that way, it's just because I'm across other lives. But this is a lot of people right now. There's people who are trying to lose 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 100 pounds. But think about what's being stated here. When it says, I feel like intermittent fasting doesn't work for me, I keep trying to do 16-8 and the scale won't budge. What's going on here? Okay. So let's reverse it and let's read it from the bottom up. Okay. I lost 230 pounds on GLP-1, which is an artificial hormone. Okay. Now I feel like my metabolism is broken or something. So think about it this way. Let's go back and then and then I'm gonna bring it to the top. Okay. You guys still with me? If you guys are still with me, just let me know, type of the one. That way I know that I'm explaining it the right way to people and that I'm not, offending anybody. But I just want to make sure. Man, TikTok booted the heck out of me when I said that. Live restricted for some audience. Your live contains themes that some may find uncomfortable and have a restricted reason disorder, eating, and body image. Wow. No, that's not the case. Man, I got to be careful what I say here now. TikTok is tripping. Um, okay, so the thing is this is that you lost 130 pounds on the GLP-1. Okay, so if you did that, the GLP-1 is going to take your hormones and it's going to control it for a while because it's not your natural hormone. Okay, let me bring this down just a little bit. Okay. So it's going to mess with your hormones because you're now on a GLP-1. Okay. I'm not going to say any type of names that are the GLP-1s, but I think we all know what GLP-1s are, right? Your glucagon like peptide one. But if it's already affected your hormones and then you get off of it, okay, obviously your metabolism is going to be altered. Why? Because you've taken this artificial hormone for X amount of time. You've taken it long enough to lose 230 pounds. So I would imagine, I think we're all smart here. I can imagine that it just didn't happen in 2 weeks, okay, or a month, or 20 days, or 5 minutes. You've been on it long enough for to lose 230 pounds. So let me just guess and say about a year. or 2 years. Okay. So when you get off of it, because the product only lasts for 2 years, that's based on studies so far. If you've only been on it for 2 years and you lost 230 pounds and you get off of it, it's going to take a whole lot of time for your body to reset. Because for 2 years, you were just like, I'm just going to put this artificial ingredient in my body. And my body is like, okay, I guess we're just going to have to work with this for a while. And then you're like, okay, I'm going to try to do intermittent fasting and I'm going to do a 16-8. So now I'm trying to be natural with it. Okay. So if you're being natural with it, and then you're like, I'm away myself, and I keep trying to do it. When I hear trying, it's kind of like, just do it. Right. But the scale is not budging. Well, why is that? There's a lot of factors that go into that where it's just like, look, if you're going to be taking this artificial, I got to be very careful on what I say here, this artificial injection. And then your body is like, well, I'm not going to eat as much. So the number on the scale will drop and I'm losing water and I'm losing muscle, right? Because that's what happens when you take it for a very, very long time because you're not hungry. But then what happens is, okay, now that you get off of it and you get on the scale and you're doing a 16/8 the natural way, your hormones are like, dude, we can't work the way we did before when we were on this GLP-1. And so what happens is that triggers the mind to say, you know what, I don't know what to do now. And they get confused. And then what happens is they get depressed and then the weight ends up coming back on. Okay, that's for most people. And I say that because with conviction, because a lot of people have told me that, especially when I come on live or if I'm doing a DM or if I have clients that I coach and help, that's the stories that I hear. Okay. So exactly. That's right. So what I'm saying is when you the number on the scale won't budge. So in my head, I'm already thinking, okay, they're just trying to see that number on the scale move and move and move. They're probably weighing themselves in the mornings. They're probably weighing themselves in the lunchtime. They're weighing themselves in the afternoon. They're weighing themselves in the bed before they go to bed. And then they wake up again and do the same thing. They're so fixated on the number on the scale. I'm gonna just tell you guys right now, the number on the scale is not going to be the controller of your life. You can't do that, right? I was victim of it a long time ago. No, I was guilty of it. Okay, long time for a long time because I just wanted to see the numbers on the scale change so much. That was my thing. Like, man, I just got to see a change. I just got to see a change. But then again, it's like there's muscle involved. There's your overall health. There's energy, and if you get down too low, if you just keep fixating on the number on the scale, you're not focused on everything else that you can work on and build, right? I got down to the point where I got too small, right? And my wife was like, you ain't looking too great. You look really, really skinny. You look like a bobblehead. And we made an agreement that you won't go below this certain number. All right, all right, all right. So I ended up putting the weight back on, but it was muscle mass. And I've learned about how to do that too, right? So it's more about how you look and feel more than just a number on the scale, because if you continue to focus on that solely, then you're missing out on everything else. Okay. Sorry if I'm talking too loud. I just get excited about this stuff. But the thing is that it does work. Fasting does work. You just want to be able to do it consistently and you want to be able to do it the right way. And because you're doing intermittent fasting, I think the part that people forget is this. When you're doing intermittent fasting, okay, your body gets a chance to recover and repair. That means that you're not eating during that time. Okay. Now of course, you could drink water, you could drink tea, you could drink coffee, you could do all that stuff, right? It's things that won't spike your insulin and break your fast. But the flip side of intermittent fasting is, what do you consume once you do break your fast? That's where I think a lot of people start to slip and fall and go backwards. Now I'm going to put the two together like butt cheeks and I'm going to break it down for you guys. Okay. So think about it this way. And if I get kicked off of TikTok, I'm sorry, but I'm on all these other channels as well. And I just have to learn how to rephrase things. Okay. So now let's combine it. Somebody was on the GLP-1 for a long time. Okay. So what happens is when you are taking that artificial thing, okay, got to be very careful. Your body gets used to not eating. I don't know if you guys know that, but the body gets used to not eating because it's an artificial hormone that shocked the body. Okay. So now, once that happens, you lose the weight, the number on the scale changes, and then you get off of it because the product doesn't last for longer than 2 years. You go to your natural side now, and because you weren't so used to eating as much, when you go to the natural side, you probably don't know what to do when it comes to eating because you were so used to this helper over here pretty much slowing down your digestion system. Okay, it's slowing down your stomach, and that's what it does. That's why you don't feel hungry. That's why a lot of people lose weight, but you end up losing muscle and you lose a lot of water, and that's not good. Before all of this stuff started to come here into our presence, right? The GOPs, what were people doing to lose weight then? Nutrition, exercise, activity, or I already said that. Nutrition, exercise, hydration, sleep, and fasting. What happened? Like, what happened to the OG method? That's what I'm trying to say is that we get to where we want to be. So I'm over here struggling, trying to figure out why the number on the scale isn't changing. And I've done this over here. I keep trying to do this over here, but because I didn't educate myself or I didn't practice those same habits when I was on this thing here, I got to be careful. When I was on this thing here, I don't know what it's like to actually eat really good and nourish my body. I don't know about micronutrients and macronutrients because I was so reliant on this here. And so I don't know what to do. And the scale isn't budging. Help. I'm confused. And then somebody goes, well, if you just take this, now this is going to help. It's like, look, let's just go back to the basics and let's put in a little bit of work and be consistent with it and see what happens. Right? I mean, it's that simple, fam. So as long as you stick with it and you give it time, but I think what happens is in our bread, I mean, you got to think about it. 230 pounds, that's a lot to lose. And then your brain is just like, man, like this feels good. And then all of a sudden the product don't work anymore. And then it's like, what do I do now? Oh, snap. What do I do now? Well, I can't rely on this anymore because it's not going to work. And then I don't know what to eat because I never practiced it during that time. The scale ain't working. Intermittent fasting doesn't work for me. Really? Is that what it is? Or is it that you're not working for it? So I wanted to talk about this. And of course, I'm not shaming the person, but what I'm saying is that I just want to be able to bring simplicity to the journey and say, look, let's go back to the basics. Let's not rely on this crutch over here because you may have lost water and muscle. And I don't know this person, but you may have lost water and muscle. Okay. So if you're fasting on a daily basis, great. But when you break your fast, what are you consuming? That's the part that I want to know. That's where I'll get into the nitty gritty and just be like, okay, break that down. Well, I kind of have, some cereal and some, a little piece of chicken, and some broccoli and rice. And, I do pretty good. Oh, really? Okay. And what about the weekends? Well, happy hour comes around and, right. And then they're like, I just can't seem to lose weight. Intermittent fasting isn't working for me. You know what I mean? It's all here. It's all here, fam. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we have to go back and say, look, if we could just go, just simple. Okay. I got a message from my dog Ryan. He's in here right now. He's like, dog, I just followed what you were saying and just the tips that you were giving, and I lost 80 pounds. And I'm just like, bro, I'm so proud of you. Why? Because you took the simple advice that I gave from someone who's lost 130 pounds. And you know what? I'm gonna listen to this guy and see what he's talking about. And when I listen to him, I'm gonna actually apply it. And what happened? 80 pounds down. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if we can go back to the basics and scale back, man, and just apply it, come on now, we'd be all right. That's what I think we need to get back to. So I wanted to just jump in here and talk about, I'm gonna do more weight loss AMA, and I want to be able to help as many people as possible. But look, we have to go back to the simple habits. We have to go back to a simple approach, and that's where it's got to be now. I just saw a comment as I'm looking down. It says menopause weight is killing me. Okay. Yes, because there's a hormone shift. And I know plenty of women who specialize in that, who I've connected with. Also, I've helped women going through whether it's perimenopause or during menopause, and they're struggling with that. And if you have any questions, please send me a message on Instagram if you do have it, just because I like to reply via voice text. And I think TikTok offers that now. I think they offer voice text, but send me a message. And if you need help with that, Norma, I can definitely talk to you further about that. But I wanted to discuss this here. Now, let me get this off of the screen here because I think TikTok may just be like, well, hey, you can't be putting that stuff on the screen. So they get a little awkward with that stuff. So yeah, so I just wanted to jump on here and talk about that. What time is it? 8:43 in San Diego. Another thing that I wanted to show you guys real quick, if you guys don't believe me, I know you guys do, but so right there, if you look to right there in that Chicago Bulls, that's when I had the old Bulls t-shirt. This is when overalls was in style. Okay. So this picture right here. Okay. Now, of course, on the it's funny because on my other screens, it just looks like I'm pointing at nothing. That picture right there, that's me at 12 years old and 255 pounds. I remember my ex-girlfriend, when I showed her this picture, she said my face looks like it got stung by 1,000 bees. I was like, come on now, that's messed up. What am I drinking? Woo, well, I can't show you the product on TikTok because they kicked me out or they restricted me. Um, but it's called Unimati, Jafantasy. We've gone back and forth for quite some time, but send me a DM and I will send you a picture of it. But I'm sipping on tea right now, and it's the Unimati tea. So I'll probably get another restriction. I get a third strike, I'm getting booted. So got to be very careful. So anyhow, I just wanted to give a little background of that. I also wanted to be able to do a question of the day. Now, as I was mentioning earlier, I want to get back on here, especially starting next week, getting on here daily and doing a weight loss AMA or fat loss AMA, so I can educate people and answer questions. You may see me post a question as well when I go into different group chats. There's a couple of chats that I'm in right now, like intermittent fasting for beginners, weight loss for beginners. And so I want to be able to help as many people as possible. Erica said it's a holistic doctor on here that talks about that drink. So if it may be Dr. Jason Fung, I'm not sure if it's him. It's a couple people on here that talk about it about the whole combo. So what I like to do is, I'll leave with this, and I think the OG, the goat, Andy Frisella. I'm gonna steal this from him, but of course I'm gonna give him credit where credit is due. Let me get rid of this picture real fast. Okay. I'm gonna give him credit where credit is due. And the thing that he said that really stood out to me the most is he said, people, when people hear something new, like especially what's going on now, which I'm definitely not talking about, but it's worldwide or whatever, people always want to be the first to get the news out. But they may not be the one to tell the truth. They just want to get it out first. They just, hey, whatever it is, I just heard something, I'm gonna just get it out, right? So when people hear about the injectable for to get it, the weight loss or whatever, they just want to get it out and try to get as many people to come over to their side and listen and the views and clickbait and all that stuff. I want to be able to take the time. I'll stand in the back. I'll take my time and be like, let me find out how this works. Let me find out if it's really beneficial for multiple people all at once. And if it is, then cool. Then I'll come out and talk about it with people because I want to know the truth. I don't want to just be first. I'm not trying to be the biggest or I'm not trying to be clickbait. I just want to be, y'all. So I just did that right now. I didn't even notice that. But anyway, I just want to be able to tell the truth. So when I think it was Erica or was it? Yeah, Erica said a holistic doctor is on here that talks about that drink. When I listen to a lot of different doctors, mainly two, and my wife is a nurse, so she learns a lot as well, and she's into health and fitness, et cetera. And I listened to another doctor. Her name is Dr. Jamie Seaman, her as well. But what I also do is I look at that person. Are they built? Cool. Like, do they look somewhat like they know what they're talking about? I'll pay more attention. And so if I try it and I notice that it's working, and I have another couple other people try it and I know it's working, then I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna talk about it. And I think that's the best approach. And I don't care about being first. I just want to care about being real and being honest. And so that's what Andy Frisella was talking about. So that's my motto. I'm not trying to be first. I just want to be honest and I'm gonna just tell her like it is. Okay. So if I get restriction, if I get flag warnings or whatever on TikTok, who cares? I just want to tell her like it is. So that's why I like to speak more in person to people anyway, because this stuff right here is starting to get real granular with their rules. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about that today. If you guys do have any questions, please do me a favor. Send them over to me on Instagram. Okay. Follow me and send it to me on Instagram, simply because I can do voice messages, or I'll save that question and come back on here live. Also, when you go to my profile, just turn on the notification bell. So when I do come back on live here, it'll say Coaching by Drake is going live. All right. So just want to end it with that. Thank you guys so very, very much. I'm proud of all of you. Thank you for sharing and liking. And we did hit 2,100 likes. So I'll go ahead and give you the chest bump jump for Flex Friday. And let's get it, fam. All right. Yeah, that. All right, fam. So we got here on YouTube, Twitch. Where else am I live on? I always forget. Riverside. I'm using the platform Riverside. So we got Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. Okay, cool. This is where I want to be able to talk more. What happens is I got a little distracted because TikTok ended up restricting. They put like a red banner, a warning on my screen. I guess because when I hold up the Unimati Fierce and they're like, "Oh, you're trying to redirect people outside of our," I'm like, man, I'm just answering a question. So I got to be very, very careful. I got to look more into that because I don't want to violate any rules that they're coming up with all of a sudden. But the main thing is this: I'm going to keep coming back on here. Ain't nobody going to stop me, and I want to be able to make sure that I'm helping people with weight loss, fat loss, feeling better about their health, feeling more confident within themselves. That's what I love to do as a coach. I don't care about how much weight you lift. I don't care about how many barbells you have in your gym. I don't care about any of that. What I care about is if you're trying to get from where you are to where you want to be, I want to be that person to help you, especially after losing 130 pounds and dropping 34% body fat. I want to be able to help as many people as possible. Okay. That's all I care about. So that's the mission. Also, with mindset and habits, I want to be able to talk to people about that as well and help them get on the right track. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up with that. You guys have a phenomenal day. And you know what I say, fam? Let's get it. Yeah. That.